Hello from Melissa Mouse in Lulaland. So, today I'm going to talk about composting. Again, I'm being Captain Obvious, but no one seems to be teaching this to anyone. And even though you already know inside of you that this is all true, we need to start focusing on solutions to everything and quit being distracted by the propaganda clown show before everything's too late. So what do I got going on here today? Well, I got a little ecosystem in the water. Got a little ecosystem over here. And I got a little fire hazard over here. So, what is the problem with the way we're doing garbage right now? It's not really good, is it? It smells, it's gross. And all of these very good materials that we need are in here. Well, we shouldn't be putting them in garbage bags. We should be composting. Why? Well, there's many reasons because of this. Obviously, taking all the food out of here and putting it into here makes things grow better. And all the nutrients and and micronutrients and all of the little magic things that go on through composting to keep this soil fresh and healthy and better for our future kids and everything. But it's not just that. See this bird? This bird is actually pooping in here. Like pooped in the water. And it's helping. That bird pooped in there. And there's some things that'll feed the fish, some things that'll do that. But when things are breaking down in here, they're causing these little bubbles. And what are these bubbles? These bubbles are coming out, magically filling the air and giving us oxygen. And they're giving these fish oxygen, and they're giving these plants oxygen and feeding them. So we need the birds pooping in the water. What about these birds over here? He's obviously the bird pooper I was talking about. And this guy's pooping on the ground. Good job, bird pooper. But what's happening is all these birds are going over to Smelly Land because it smells a lot more disgusting over there. So instead of pooping here where they can poop out seeds, like this apple obviously started growing because this apple fell here. But where did that watermelon fall from? It fell from that bird pooping it out. Not all birds will poop out the same things. Some of them will digest some things. Some of them won't. Some bird pooped out this guy. This banana tree started growing. Another one of his friends pooped out this orange because nobody planted that orange. His friend, who doesn't digest orange seeds, pooped that orange out. And then his friend over here, he pooped out that lemon seed because not all of his friends digest lemon seeds. And then this guy pooped out a tomato seed that didn't have any way to grow because there wasn't all of the fertile soil. There was empty, dead, nothing soil. And even this is not composting there. This could be very useful, but instead it's a fire hazard. Because if it was here with the nice moisture and all the little ants and the bugs and everybody helping, well then this same piece of wood over here would be useless. It would just be a waste. Because it's just a fire hazard. It doesn't have all the little bugs and stuff because this is all kind of dead over here. Because it's got all the chemicals and toxins and stuff leaking out of those bags. You have all the good stuff trapped in plastic, which we need to be over here. And we also need these guys to quit having the bait and switch, thinking there's going to actually be anything good to eat over here. So it's not good for them either. They shouldn't be trying to eat plastic. They shouldn't be pooping somewhere where there's nothing going to grow. Right? So more important reasons for composting. It's not just what you think. It's not just for a tiny little piece of garden right there. We need these guys to come back over here and pooping out these beautiful flower seeds. Pooping out, dandelions, you just gotta stop selling that crap in your store. You gotta stop mowing them down. We should only have maybe, if you really have to do your virtue signal lawn, maybe this much in the very front of your house should only be mowed. And the rest should be making weeds in style again. Because these guys are so important and you're just killing them off. Because of these guys, we need to feed our bees. Or else none of these things will grow. I know I'm being, again, Captain Obvious. But no one's focusing on simple things like throwing all of your food, don't trap it in bags where these guys can't get to it. You got to put it in the compost where these guys can get to it and these guys can get to it and do their jobs. Because these guys are becoming unhealthy because they can't eat properly over there. But it's not only that. We need them back on our team. We need them over here pooping in the water. They're pooping in the water. They're doing all kinds of cool stuff with making these oxygen bubbles and go into our atmosphere. Feeding these fish with some of the leftover poops. Pooping seeds. Things are growing in there. So yeah, there's a lot of more to things that people just don't seem to look at. So please, if any way possible, stop putting food in here. This should just be garbage. What's garbage? Other plastic bags. Anything that you can't recycle should be the only thing that's garbage. But there's barely anything that we can't recycle. So it's really time to have a wake-up call, folks, because do you want to live in a freaking barren land, like I said in the last video? You can't. There's no such thing as life over here. Even these poor birds are dying because they're getting a bait and switch. There's no food here. It smells like food. They love the crappy smells, but they can't eat anything here of any worth. So we gotta get composting so they can poop out their seeds. That's free garden stuff. We wouldn't even need. And if you don't do the weeding, then you let things grow, and you might find like a complete gem in there. But instead, you're spraying all the weeds. Well, how do you know that he didn't just poop out your most favorite orchid that you've ever seen in your life? You don't know that because you're weeding. So if you please, maybe have like a 5 foot by 5 by 2 foot path or something that you mow. But really, it's all just a virtue signal that doesn't need to happen. Let the deer eat the lawn. Then they won't be trying to eat all your garden. If you just leave the lawns for the deer to eat, then they won't be breaking and eating your carrots. It's like there's so many simple solutions, but you guys have been under so much duress from the home association committees and all this other garbage, unnecessary people, that Nobody's looking at the long-term effects of virtue signaling by having the perfect lawn. There's nothing wrong with having a lawn that's mowed for something like soccer or baseball or all those kinds of things, but face it, folks, you're not playing baseball in your backyard. Just let the lawn grow. Do your composting. You know, this earth is just, it's going downhill really fast, and it can be fixed so fast, so much faster. We just have to change a tiny amount of lifestyle habits. So I hope this is a little bit of a wake-up call. Please like, share, and subscribe, because we really need to start sharing this, because everyone is hyper-focused on propaganda that is distracting us from taking action in these tiny things in life that are actually going to end up being the biggest things. Do you want this life? Or do you want this life? We gotta change our focus. Okay, thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoy my content. Please like, share, and subscribe. And we gotta change our focus to solutions instead of being in a loop about the problems. We gotta get out of this loop and start